Mr. Chairman, as you know, we were asked to conduct an independent assessment of the Iraqi security forces. The consensus opinion of the Commission is that the most positive event that can occur in the near term to influence progress in Iraq is a government-led political reconciliation which leads to an end to sectarian violence. Everything seems to flow from this point, to include the likelihood of a successful conclusion to our own mission. Absent that event, it will certainly be harder and it will take longer in order to be successful. Overall conclusion with regard to our tasking are as follows. First conclusion is that the Iraqi security forces as a whole cannot yet defend the territorial integrity of Iraq. Secondly, we've noted improvement in the internal security missions, such as denying the safe haven to terrorists, and this progress is likely to continue in the months ahead. Third, we judge that the Iraqi security forces can bring greater security to the provinces. The strategic consequences of failure along national, regional, and global lines are significant, and the strategic consequences of success are equally significant as well. The Commission's overall assessment of the Iraqi security forces is that there has been measurable, though uneven, progress. The impact of the surge has had a tactical success for both Iraqi and coalition forces in the Baghdad region. The third element that has been positive has been the sudden rise in the capacity of the day-to-day fighting capabilities of the Iraqi army. It shows a fairly dramatic increase in the number of casualties that have been suffered by the new Iraqi army. Proof positive that they are doing more, and they have shown themselves to be an army that is increasingly willing to fight and take on the nation's problems. This gradual shift of coalition to what we would call a strategic overwatch position, accompanied by appropriate force adjustments, are now possible to envision. This is a very recent development. The gradual transfer of combat operations against internal threats to the Iraqi security forces is not only possible, it is happening. More attention is needed to offset the major destabilization efforts coming from Iran and Syria. The committee also feels strongly that all of Iraqi's provinces should be transferred immediately to the Iraqi control as a matter of policy. There are currently seven provinces that have been transferred to provincial Iraqi control. We have a sovereign government in Iraq. We have 18 provinces, and we see no reason why more responsibility shouldn't be given to that government for political control of their provinces. To further combat our image as occupiers, the Commission believes that we should consider engaging in a status of forces agreement as a visible means of reinforcing the sovereignty of Iraq. This would be consistent with other agreements that we have in many nations around the world, and we believe that our bases in Iraq should fly both the U.S. and Iraqi flags. Lastly, Mr. Chairman, I would close by signaling that we have uncovered it was brought to our attention that there is a large problem with regard to our own national capacity to generate equipment by U.S. commanders as a major problem which is inhibiting the development and the growth of the Iraqi security forces.